Product placement is a form of advertising where a product is worked into an entertainment offering naturally, such as when James Bond enjoys a refreshing Heineken or Adam Sandler does literally anything. When it comes to video game product placement, however, there have been several occasions where the sponsor would have been better off giving their money to, well, I was going to say Adam Sandler, but let's not go overboard here. Consider these examples of product placement gone wrong.
Shit. Mr. Hatch, perfect timing.
Time-bending action game / TV show Quantum Break has its fair share of product placement, such as the Nissan ads scattered across Riverport and the Nissan car in which Liam Burke tries to escape from Monarch in episode 1 of the TV show. Doesn't go super well. Should have used a different make of car, mate. Being a Microsoft co-production, however, Quantum Break has Microsoft products everywhere, most noticeably in the TV show. You know, the TV show that focuses on the bad guys at Monarch. The evil monolithic corporation that, depending on how you play the game, wants to kill everyone.
I'm going to stand, I'm going to leave. And the one on your right is going to shoot you in the head.
Is the takeaway meant to be that only corporate megavillains use Windows phones?
Wait!
Dredd here. Come in, control.
Dredd, we've lost radio contact with a squad of side judges in Sector 13 docks.
For a game with a lucrative Red Bull product placement deal, Dredd vs. Death spends a surprising amount of time depicting Red Bull as a bad thing. First up, there's this blatant bit of littering. Get 6 months in the cubes for that. Then there's the mission objective that involves arresting a gang for the illegal smuggling of the energy drink. And yet they're allowed to advertise Red Bull across the city and leave crates of the stuff lying around everywhere. We're starting to wonder if the fact that everyone's hopped up on heavily caffeinated energy drinks is the reason this is a violent, unpleasant dystopia. Money well spent, Red Bull. The only way this could be worse is if Sylvester Stallone turned up.
How do you find the source of our greatest fears? Bring the battle closer.
After 6 games in the Splinter Cell main series, you probably think you know Splinter Cell hero Sam Fisher pretty well.
How about that raise?
Gruff voice, salt and pepper hair, penchant for tight-fitting fetish wear, all of that. What you might not realise is that he suffers from chronic congestion and bad breath. Or at least that's what we assume, given that in Chaos Theory he can't go 5 minutes without popping some Airwaves gum. For a man whose business is sneaking up behind people undetected, we'd have thought that the pungent whiff of menthol and eucalyptus would be a fast track to a burial in an unmarked grave and a hasty disavowal from the US government. And don't even think about using that Axe body spray, Sam. There's no point in hiding in the shadows when you smell like a 14-year-old boy's bedroom.
You'd think with all this big talk about freedom and independence, Big Boss would be above taking the corporate dollar, preferring to instead earn money by destabilizing governments, stealing cars with balloons, and picking up the many, many diamonds that are just lying around all over the place.
You have arrived at your destination.
Not so. In fact, according to Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Boss was all about that big-ticket sponsorship. Thanks to a promotional tie-in in Japan, players of the Japanese version of Peace Walker could find giant packs of Doritos left lying around in the jungle, as well as Axe body spray and cans of Pepsi Nex and Mountain Dew that will restore your health and psyche levels. You could even enter codes from promotional packs and get in-game soldiers and clothing options to reflect your brand loyalty. Like Snake here, look at his face, he is loving it. Hey, at least that's all behind you now, right, Snake?
You should know, the Ford Focus SE comes with a standard rear-view camera. Plus, it has an EPA estimated 36 highway miles per gallon.
EPA estimated 36 highway miles per gallon? That's remarkable.
Cup of death will be filled for thee. It's all in English.
It must have been trained. Here we go.
To celebrate the launch of Uncharted 3, Sony teamed up with Subway to turn beloved roguish action hero Nathan Drake into a man who refuses to let go of his Subway-branded fountain drink despite being in constant peril.
Subway, where winners eat.
Ow!
I guess he had that sandwich tucked safely somewhere through that whole ordeal. And if that doesn't get you in the mood for a mouth-watering BMT on honey oat, you could also unlock subway gear for your character to use in multiplayer that made it look like you were being murdered by an angry sandwich artist.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. This is KBF-FM, and now some music.
Wow, it's gorgeous, Alan.
The cast of Alan Wake clearly had a preferred mobile phone operator in the shape of US firm Verizon.
The GPS system was working. I hadn't expected that.
You can expect that and much, much more on one of Verizon's low-cost monthly plans, Alan. Might want to get that GPS sorted out, though.
It made no sense for the GPS system to work. I doubted any satellite was in range here. These were alien skies.
More blatant than even that was the Energizer battery promotion throughout. It was Energizer brand batteries powering Alan's torch. That's the torch with which the batteries die after approximately 7 seconds of focused flashlight use. Not the best recommendation for Energizer then. Energizer seemed to agree. In the DLC, the batteries mysteriously became unbranded, but hey, lasted just as long. So unbranded batteries are just as good as the expensive kind. I'll take a dozen.
In a deal that must have seemed like a good idea at the time, Dead Rising 2 includes appearances from bunny-themed gentleman's periodical Playboy. This means you'll find Playboy adverts dotted around Fortune City, but also there's a copy of Playboy Mag to find in-game. Head to the grotto in the centre of Palisades Mall in Dead Rising 2 and you can pick up a copy of Playboy that must have been submerged in water for a good couple of days. The magazine gives you extra experience from your interactions with women, which obviously reflects what happens if you meet women in the real world while clutching a soggy copy of Playboy. Although that being said, now I've got this Playboy, people can't keep their hands off me. Ow! Zombie, get your own Playboy.
Thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And
What have you got there, Andy?
oh, it's new Wonder Gel. I'm just going to enjoy it. What is it? Is it? It smells like cinnamon. Try it on your teeth, maybe? Oh, unless it's poison. Could be poison. Wonder Gel, the poison that kills everything and leaves them cinnamon fresh.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
Or effective.
Or deadly, depending on what it is. We haven't decided entirely what it is yet, but try new Wonder Gel. Do I have to do the jingle?
Yes.
Can't get enough of that Wonder Gel. It's really good and it does things well because it is Wonder Gel. Everybody have some now.